beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your mid-month check-in reading. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading, my beautiful Gemini. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, so this reading is a little bit different. Normally, as tarot readers, we focus on love or career, money, that sort of thing. But this is all about how you are, how you're doing, how you navigate the period that we're living in, and any obstacles that you've been coming up across. So let us see what is coming in for you and how things are going for you right now. If love or money comes up, I will mention it briefly, but this is about your journey. Okay, so we have number 19, which is a tower energy there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? We've got the mountain. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What are they meant to see? We've got the house. Okay, so there's definitely an energy of you trying to either do something that's quite difficult, but you're going off grid for it. The tower energy, this is about secrecy or feeling aloof. Now, you may not want to feel aloof, but I feel like this is a protective energy, okay? It's number 19. Number 19 connects to the sun energy, which is about success. It is about, you know, an awakening. Now, the more that we awaken in our world spiritually, the more we start to see through patterns of negativity or cycles that keep us stuck in a rut. We start to streamline our energy. We start to notice the people who've really got our back, the people we really want to connect to, and those other people that we're like, yeah, they don't really enrich our journey, okay? That's not a selfish act. It is a very protective act, okay? The tower energy also is about privacy. So I just get this feeling of you either going solo on something or keeping something secret, keeping something private. You're being very protective of what you feel either you're doing at the moment, because this is your protagonist energy. This is you activating this energy of isolation, for example. You may have decided to go on a retreat, or you may have decided to disconnect from social media for a little bit or from friends a little bit in order to focus on something. Okay, now you may even have a deadline because they're really indicating that clock there. So you may feel like time is, well, I feel like you may be, rather than time is running out on something, I feel like you may be aware of time and how you spend your time. And I feel like you are trying to disconnect from things that cause distraction so that you can really meet a challenge head on or meet some sort of thing that you're trying to accomplish, something that is a challenge. I feel like you're trying to streamline your energy to have laser-like focus, okay? Now, if you think about this, I mean, this particular card, I mean, this card is, it could connect to, is it London, Big Ben, there? So, you know, if you think about Big Ben, that's connected to the Houses of Parliament, I think, which is about authority, which is about rules and regulations. I'm sure there's lots of secrets that go on there that we're never aware of, like in most governments, of course. But I feel like this is about you. It's like the power within you. That's what I feel, because this is your energy. It's almost like you are deciding to do something, empower yourself in some way, and you may feel like you have to do it alone right now, or you need no distractions in order to do it because you feel time. You may have felt like you procrastinated for a while, but this is, you're driven towards success because it's number 19, which is that Sun card. The resistance position, this is the challenge. I feel like it has been a bit of an uphill struggle, whatever this is, and it may have been put on hold in some way, and that's why you felt either you couldn't action something, or you felt like because you couldn't do anything, you wasted your time in another area, or you procrastinated. Like they just said, for example, okay, so for example, like we're all going through a major pandemic, for example. And a lot of us right at the beginning when we had to work from home or had restrictions, you know, some of us were like, yeah, I'm going to learn a language, I'm going to learn how to cook, I'm going to do all these things. And then 2 years on, we're like, didn't learn the language, didn't learn to cook, made a bread or something like that, you know. Some of you may have been wonderful and like, yeah, Bubba, actually I learned the language and I learned how to cook, and now I'm like serving up 4-star, 5-star meals, and you know, I'm talking about them in Spanish or something like that. So some of you have achieved quite a lot, but I feel like there's something here that you felt that you wanted to do, but you felt you couldn't do, or it's almost like, because they're showing me the snow-capped mountain. So what the snow-capped mountain means, something's on ice, something is thawing out. It was slow progress, but it felt like it was suspended for a while where you couldn't take action on something. So, or it could mean that you lost interest in it, or your feelings for it went cold for a while and you decided to take a step back. It may have presented itself as a blockage, but actually it's leading you towards some sort of success or security here, because it's number 21. 21 means an end of a blockage. It means the cycle is ending. You're stepping into a new position of success. You're going to be satisfied. You're going to complete whatever this monumental task is. Now, monumental task could be that you're focusing on a dissertation, for example, if you are studying, or you took on, some sort of study in the last couple of years. And I feel like it has been an uphill struggle, but you're nearly at the end of it. It's going to create a lot of security for you long-term at the end. But whatever the challenge is, this is the challenge position. It indicates you will be successful. You will overcome it. Number 21 tends to be about you being in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunity or the right person. So we're taking sort of money, career, love out of this situation. Whatever you found challenging, that you've taken yourself out to really focus on, you will accomplish what you set out to do. You're building a very strong foundation. The house is number 4 in the Lenormand deck. This is a beautiful Lenormand deck by Lamucci Design, and the house represents stability. Okay, so I feel like you've gone off grid to sort of challenge yourself or sort of achieve something that has been quite difficult, and you're going to lay a solid foundation and own it. I do feel like some of you are actually, like, for example, you decided not to go out so much, not just because of the restrictions, but because you decided that you needed to save money in order to buy your first home or something like that. So I do feel like there may have been you going off grid because you're a very sociable energy, my beautiful Gemini, and you may have felt recently that you're a little bit in a more solitary energy. So number 4 is the Emperor energy, which is about success. It's about leadership. It is about bossing up, but it is about planning and strategy. So it basically says whatever your plans are, they will blossom, they will thrive. But you know, sometimes when we are trying to achieve greatness, it can feel lonely at the top, because in order to be successful, the amount of hard work, the amount of dedication, and cutting yourself off from distractions means sometimes you work alone in order to strive for that success. So I do feel like there's an energy of being lonely at the top, but it's so worth it. I feel like once you get there, then you'll be able to open the house to everybody and invite them over. That sort of energy. I feel like then you can sort of, you know, when you get success, they say don't build a wall, build a table, or extend the table. I feel like you're going to be like that. That's when you start to be able to release and open yourself up a little bit more to people and connections. But you may have been feeling like you're doing something alone right now, and it's been a difficult journey, but know that there is success on the other side, or there is stability. Thank you so much, Spirit Guide. Now, right now, they're giving me a smell of bleach. So either you are cleaning something as you're listening to this reading. Oh, it's a real strong smell of bleach. I mean, of course, it's wonderful to be cleanly, to be clean and all of that. So I can only imagine it's someone using bleach to clean something as they're listening to this reading. Maybe it's about a fresh new start, or it is about purging emotions in some way. So please take it as it resonates. I'm going to disconnect from that energy because the smell is very strong. Okay, cool. I'm just moving on from that energy. Now, just to let you know, I'm reading The Way of the Panda Tarot by Kimberly M. San, and I'm only reading the uprights in this deck, okay? Just so you're aware. And we're going to get the final cards. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. 2 more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? We got the Knight of Wands. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Ooh. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. So I can see where this is going. They don't want you to cut yourself off completely from your soul tribe. Make sure you reconnect with the world. Don't get lost, you know, as they call it, down the rabbit hole of, you know, trying to be very, very successful. Whilst concentration is important, balance in life is also very important. In order to work hard, you got to be able to play hard too. And Gemini, you know that, but there may be something that you really care about that's really important to you right now that you feel you've got to keep focus on. But let's see what's happening. We've got the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is about self-care. It is about sort of feeling good in your own skin, self-love, and you know, you've got a wonderful, generous spirit. And I do feel like you're being a little bit more protective of the energy of who you let into your energetic sphere, because I feel in the past you may have experienced people who either put you on hold or were really, really indecisive, people who are very transient in your world, who may have promised the world and delivered nothing. There's just an energy here of the Queen of Cups is very open, very emphatic, someone who's very supportive and caring of other people, even a healer. So people feel good in your energy, and sometimes people take advantage of the Queen of Cups energy. So just make sure, especially when it comes to love, okay, you know, you may have felt like it's been a difficult journey towards moving towards a committed relationship. So I feel like you have a lot of love to offer, and you're so caring and nurturing, and you always want to see the best in people, that sometimes people who wear a false mask tend to gravitate towards you because they enjoy the energy that you give out. They enjoy basking in the sun light that sort of comes from you, if that makes sense, your inner light. Also, I feel like there may be something here where you are meeting a challenge head on because you're trying to protect you and your family in some way, because I feel like it's a security not just for you. And the Queen of Cups, as I said, it's love for others always. So it tends to come with a sort of a disclaimer to remember to have love for yourself. Remember to sort of be compassionate with yourself and save a little bit of energy for yourself also. But I feel like this is you honoring your heart in some way, recognizing you have a lot to offer, recognizing that, I mean, there's that 2 of Wands, so that is a pause energy. Something was on hold. And as you can see, that panda there is looking at a map. So it means basically that it's almost like you're mapping your results so far, or where you're at right now, and making plans. So during the downtime where nothing was happening, you may have been waiting for results. Perhaps you could not activate what you wanted to do because you were waiting for results, or you're waiting for someone in a position of authority to release restrictions or things like that. I mean, I have to apply it to what's going on around the world at the moment because, you know, we all live in reality as to what's going on. So the 2 of Wands says you're not wasting your time waiting, but you are making decisions. This is a creative planning stages. And especially when we're starting to formulate a plan or think about something that we want to take action on, we keep those thoughts to ourselves because we don't want to sort of like jinx them, as it were. The 2 of Wands also indicates your ambition. You're trusting the process. I feel like something that you're envisaging will happen very, very soon. But this is something new. So you may be looking at where you've been so far, where you're at right now, and what's the next step you need to take in order to align yourself to what you need. So I do feel like you're thinking about the future. What's next? Your next step. Now, some of you may actually be thinking about going on a trip, and you may feel like wanting to go on a trip away by yourself. So you may decide to put yourself on a retreat or something like that, where you leave familiar surroundings behind so that you can just focus on meeting new people or meeting new situations, because there is a desire, a thirst for adventure that I'm picking up here. Okay, I mean, some of you may even I don't know whose energy I'm picking up on, but I commend you, whoever this is. I just feel like there's an energy of wanting to climb a mountain. Okay, so if you're someone who has decided you want to challenge yourself to climb like Mount Everest or the Himalayas, or I feel like it's something for charity. So, I mean, it could be that I feel, isn't there one of those apps that you challenge yourself and you can see the journey, and it's from home, but you're actually seeing the journey up a mountain or something like that, and you do it, and you can do it for charity or something like that. I'm not really sure what that is, but the way that they're giving it to me, it's almost like I'm seeing someone challenging themselves to do something for charity, some sort of volunteer thing, but they keep looking at their phone. So maybe, I'm not really sure what the reference is to the phone, so I'm trying to work it out, but I can't quite get it. I'll always be honest and say I can't get it. So I'm just trying to describe what I'm feeling with it, but I'm going to leave it there. So if that connects to you, if you're like, oh my gosh, Baba, I'm doing this thing for charity, there's something in this message for you, okay? It's not going to resonate for everyone, but I feel like you're going to get a lot of money coming on into it. Now, talking about money, where is that card? The Three of Pentacles? No, there it is. King of, I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. The King of Pentacles indicates you're giving it your all, whatever this is, but you're stepping into a leadership position. Everything that you touch in the next couple of months, my beautiful Gemini, is going to turn to gold. This is about making good decisions. It's about bossing up in the world. You may be moving into a position of responsibility, but the most important thing is you're making really good decisions to overcome these challenges. The King of Pentacles says there's going to be a time of plenty. This is a very abundant energy to be in. So if you've been doing something that you love and you've been off grid, really focusing on it, it's going to pay dividends. It's going to pay high rewards, not just because it aligns with your heart and you feel good doing it, and that you've overcome something, you've accomplished something that I feel like it's like against the odds. Not everybody gets to do this. It's really incredible. You're achieving it, okay? Especially with that Temperance card. It says, with patience and hard work, with balance and moderation. That's why they want you to make sure that you don't completely cut yourself off from people. Make sure, because sometimes when we reconnect with people that we haven't spoken to for a while, we actually get a major boost of energy. It sort of makes us feel alive again. Sometimes when we're focusing on work, we start to chip away at our confidence. We start to feel a little bit drained. We need to be energized by many things in life. Nature, friends, people that we get on really well with, listening to music. You know, we need to be inspired constantly as humans, okay, and also be inspiring. So whatever it is, they really want you to find that balance, that midway point where you are sort of patiently trying to achieve something, set a steady pace for yourself. You're going to be very, very successful. The Temperance card also indicates you may be trying to work on your patience. Now, patience, humans don't like that word, but I feel like this is a steady sort of path that you're taking, and whilst some delays may have been frustrating, I feel like you recognize that on the other side, there is a lot of abundance for you. Now, your worth is not measured in coins, okay? I feel like you're recognizing you bring a lot to the table. Your love for what you do, your ability to sort of really focus on what it is that needs to be done. You always rise to meet a challenge. You don't run away, my beautiful Gemini. And I feel like you're going to come out of a comfort zone here to achieve something. The Page of Wands is about exploration, but it could also be that you're putting yourself on a new adventure, a new journey. Pages bring news. So I do feel like whatever it is you're waiting for, because they're showing me an envelope right now, there is some sort of news that comes through that really excites you, sets your soul on fire. I mean, it could be a new project. It could be the beginning of an adventure. It could be an acceptance to some sort of place that you've been working really hard to achieve, to get a position on. It could also be about you deciding to go on an adventure and receiving the letter that there is a place open on a retreat for you in some way. But I feel like your destiny and your desire start to align. You're finding your purpose with this card. Dream big. Your dreams have value, okay? This is you accomplishing them. This is you being curious about what life has to offer. I almost feel like with these two cards close together, I almost feel like you're starting to rediscover life again. You're coming out of your home. You're coming out of that concentration sort of focus to sort of meet life again. You're rediscovering your passion, your joie de vivre, okay? We've got the Five of Swords that's covering it. So I do feel like when we start things that are new, whether you're starting a new job, whether you lost your job and you're looking for a new job, or whether you are going on a new journey of discovery, maybe it is about you sort of leading with greater authenticity, seeing beyond the superficial and letting go of old habits, old relationships, because you feel like they're stuck in a rut and they really bring negative cycles into your life. Sometimes that comes with mental conflict. We may overthink the changes or the challenges that we are activating. Now, the Five of Swords tends to be about self-sabotage, but it could also be about a situation where another person makes you feel like you're walking on eggshells. So I just want to see, I feel like if you're experiencing some sort of bully or someone who is trying to control you in some way, you may have gone off grid for a while, disconnected, to really think about how to wrestle with this and what is the best way to deal with this situation. I do feel like you're going to meet them head on. Sometimes when we challenge bullies, they don't like it. In fact, most of the time they don't like it. They really thrive when people are afraid of them. So I feel like you're going to challenge someone and it's actually going to put you in good stead. But let me just see what that energy is. I'm just going to clarify using the traditional, it's a vintage Rider-Waite Tarot. I'm only reading, I'm reading both uprights and reversals in this deck just to get a little bit more clarity. Can you please clarify that Five of Swords? That Five of Swords, because they're giving me tension and conflict here. So, releasing the burden, don't overthink it, okay? It's been difficult, but I feel like you're energized. If you felt unmotivated or you felt exhausted recently, they're indicating that you're on the precipice of something big. There is a major change here, and I feel like you're up to the challenge, whatever this is. Oh, that's a lot of cards. So let's see what they are talking about here with these. We've got the Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, the World card, the Tower in the reverse, Sun card, Five of Swords again, Judgment in the reverse, aha, understand. Oh my gosh, Temperance card and the Eight of Wands. So they're really highlighting, especially with the Five of Swords, which is a self-sabotage energy again. The Judgment in the reverse says the blockage here could be self-doubt. Don't doubt your wonderful self. Also, if there's been some sort of rejection in the past, because we have a Knight of Pentacles there, they're indicating that rejection is protection and redirection. So if you've gone off grid for a little while to really sort of navigate your next step because there's been some sort of false start in some area or delay in some area, it doesn't mean you have to knock your confidence. I feel like it wasn't personal, especially with the Judgment card and the Temperance card. Yes, it is a setback. Yes, it is frustrating. But the Eight of Wands says that there is news that is about to come on in. I mentioned the envelope. There's news that's going to come on in that's going to change everything and is going to allow you to move forward towards success. The Eight of Wands means things are going to start getting quicker, gathering momentum, and there's going to be some very successful energy headed your way. So I feel like you're going to be able to activate change. Now, the Queen of Swords is very logical, very self-sufficient, and tends to be an energy of looking with clarity of purpose. So you may be on your own trying to align yourself with your goals and your dreams. You've got a strategy, you've got a plan, you're making shrewd decisions. And you may feel like you're self-sufficient all by yourself. You're strong, you've got healthy boundaries, and you know where you want to go. You've got a plan. Okay, but they're indicating there may have been a setback with that Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The World card says it's just a delay. It doesn't mean, when you get a World card in the reverse, it means things are incomplete. Things have not got to the final destination yet. There's no regret here because I feel like with the Tower energy, they're indicating you dodged a bullet. The Tower energy is like you averted disaster. Don't have a fear of change, but you averse by not going in a particular direction, whether it's with a person, a relationship, whether it is with a career, they're indicating that you're actually protected and the outcome is success. It is joy. It is freedom. It is positivity. It is optimism. So I feel like whatever it is that you've been struggling with, you're releasing the struggle. but you may have had to let something go, sacrifice something in order to see where your true north is leading you. I do feel like this is a very playful energy. You know, you've got that childlike spirit there, but I feel like there's major growth, major awakening here. And it's almost like don't worry about the things that didn't work out. Don't worry about the things that are not meant for you, because they're taken off your path, because Spirit knows the journey ahead. They know what you're meant to be here for. So they release you from certain things that could get in your way. Sometimes, though, we are tempted as humans to follow after the things that are constantly being taken out of our life. So, for example, you know, that ex that keeps coming on in, wanting to speak to us, telling us they love us. You know, universe is like, damn it, I removed that person. Let's just take them out of the game again. And then we gravitate back and we gravitate back. The universe is like, oh, I keep trying to point them in another direction. But so I feel like don't overthink the process of whatever it is you're having to sacrifice in order to gain something greater, because the sacrifice is worth it, is what they're indicating. The Knight of Wands is a really positive energy. It is about determination for a new adventure. It's about independent spirit. It's about being headstrong, being unstoppable. It's your passion returning. You're reviving your spirit for something. You're feeling alive, like you're going to go after something and achieve it. This Knight of Knight of Wands there indicates you're breaking through any of the barriers. You are actually activating major change. So trust that you can manifest whatever it is you want in many different forms, because you have that tenacity to do so. You're unstoppable. Okay, now success looks differently for everyone. We all want different things in our world. So whatever it is that you've been fighting away to try and achieve and you felt like it was an uphill battle, I feel like you're on the precipice of a major breakthrough. The Three of Pentacles does say you don't have to do this alone, my beautiful Gemini. You can still keep connected to others. You know, teamwork. This is a card of teamwork. The Three of Pentacles is about building something solid with others. So some of you who've worked alone, or maybe you're formulating an idea where you're thinking about merging with another company, or whether you are actually deciding to boss up, be your own boss, a CEO or something like that, but you're going to work with people you trust, maybe friends, maybe family members. The Three of Pentacles can mean that there is a creative and fruitful, financially fruitful sort of collaboration involved here that will help you make a major breakthrough. Because I do feel like something you've been doing alone, I feel like you're going to be put in the right place to meet the right people to help you along your path. So, for example, if you wanted a meeting if you wanted a meeting with a careers advisor, for example, because you've been out of work for some time, and you're like, I can't find what I'm looking for. And then you, by chance, get put in across a careers advisor, and they're like, oh my gosh, something like that came up the other day. It's on my desk. Let me just get it. And they're like, this is the opportunity that speaks a little bit more to what you're looking for. And you're like, yes. That is like a collaboration between you and someone. So it could be you and a manager. It could be you and an agent. It could be you and a friend. But in some way, you're having a radical breakthrough on something that you've been doing by yourself. It's almost like the universe is sending you a generous turn of events because of your warm heart. You're giving a generous spirit. Okay, so I feel like it's almost like either somebody comes around and gives you a favor, or feels like they owe you a favor and they're going to help you out in a situation, or the universe sends you like an earth angel in some way to point you in the direction of whatever it is that you want. I do feel like you're achieving it. But this is something you've waited for a long time. I feel like you're going to get that energy to just smash it right out of the park. And it's very, very exciting. I feel like if you've been feeling like trying to connect to your passion on something, maybe you lost that motivation, that drive, you're going to find that energy back. I do feel like you are no longer going to be disconnected or feel isolated. I do feel like there is people coming towards you that can help you realize a dream or help you realize the stability that you're seeking. Okay, you can of course do it all by yourself, my beautiful Gemini, but I feel like it's been a bit of a struggle. It's almost like the universe is sending you that earth angel to make things a little bit easier. and it could be earth angels. It could be 2 other people as well. So let us see any final mantra cards that are going on. I am open to receive. So, for example, you may have been struggling with something that's health related recently, and you couldn't get in front of the right specialist. There may be a doctor or nurse or something who's like, oh my gosh, there's this new doctor who can really help you with that. Or it's almost like someone reaches out and really wants to do you a turn, a good turn, and you're like, oh, that really helps me along my journey. I'm so grateful. So I don't know who needs that. I mean, if you're not struggling with your health, it doesn't mean you're going to. I just want to put that out there and clarify that. I feel like it's just something that whatever it is you've been seeking and you've been finding it's difficult. It may be a closed industry that you're trying to work in, and everybody is just working on their own, solitary energy. It's like because when you think about Big Ben and things, it's almost like there's a hierarchy. There's like it's like a club that not everybody gets into. So I feel like there's someone who's going to reach out and almost give you a key piece of information that allows you to move forward. Now we've got I am open to receive. Very important. This is something that you're going to need over the next couple of weeks. Keep remembering you are open to receive. It's number 24. 2 + 4 is 6, which is, of course, the Lover's card, which is your sign. Gemini, you represent the Lover's card. But this is about be open to find that balance in your life. Be open to partnerships, because the Lover's card is partnerships. Be open to love if you're looking for love. For those of you who've been feeling isolated and can't find love, I do feel like you're coming out of a comfort zone and you're leaving your house. You're going to find somebody where spoken word is important, but I do feel like you're going further afield. You're opening yourself up to meeting new people, putting yourself in new situations. And we've got I am safe. So number 36, interesting, because that when you reduce it is 9. So there's definitely an energy here of whatever it is that you're doing in solitude. There's a lot of wisdom. You're finding a personal truth. You may have taken yourself out temporarily in order to focus on something, but you are safe, okay? So there's no need to be defensive. Be open to receive. I'm just going to get a final sort of card as well to help you on your journey. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Good Angels. Now they're just giving me someone received a message. So if you were listening to this reading, all of a sudden your phone or your laptop or something dinged. They're just showing, well, I can hear it as I'm scrying. There was a ding, so if you received a message or something like that, there's something in this message for you, okay? I do feel like it's also symbolic that you will hear a message that is very important very, very soon. And we've got loon. Look at that beautiful bird. It was like a duck, right? But a loon. And it says, intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Okay, so in order to focus on a goal or a dream, of course, you need that concentration. You need to seek solitude in that area. But I feel like don't completely cut yourself off from those people who bring you joy, because I do feel like you need to rejuvenate your soul. You can see they're surrounded by their soul tribe, their family, so little family unit. So perhaps, keep connection with your family. But there's something here that you obviously need to disconnect from in order to focus on, because you're going to create something very, very poignant on the other sides. Very successful, a lot of stability, and a lot of financial reward as well. If you've been wrestling with finances, for example, January tends to be a very difficult month for bills and things like that. So if you've been struggling, I do feel like some sort of plan that you take action on will be very, very fruitful, okay? And you may have had to, you may be working on your own, or you may be working from home, for example, and bringing a lot more money in, but you may feel a little bit cut off from the team. And, you can still connect to them via, electronical methods and things like that. So I'm just going to get you a trinket before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Good Angels. Can you please? Oh, okay. I like to be surprised with the trinket they give me for you, and we have the ring. So that is about deep commitment. But it's also, as you can see, this sort of stone it's like a fake, it's like a cubic zirconia, is that what you call it? But you know, it represents diamonds. So it is an energy of, you know, being under pressure. You can actually create something really special. You may be the sort of person who thrives with deadlines, and like, you know, you may coast for a little while and then realize, oh my gosh, I've had 2 months to do this thing and now I've only got 1 week. And then all of a sudden you got this energy from nowhere where you thrive under that pressure, and then you are successful. So I do feel like you're going to come full circle on something. This is about unity, but it's also about the pressure that you may have been under really is rewarding on the other side. So I wouldn't give up on something, but I would release the pressure a little bit by asking for help, delegating if you can. That doesn't mean you can't work in solitary energy. That doesn't mean you can't take yourself off into a solitary energy and make sure you meditate to get a clear mind. But I feel there's going to be moments of clarity that bring you some sort of success. Now, this is also about deep commitment. So if you struggled with finding a relationship to settle down in, I feel like you're going to overcome that struggle. And there's someone coming on in here, King of Pentacles energy, someone who could have very strong Taurus placements with a little smattering of Sagittarius energy for adventure and passion and fire there. I feel like you could meet somebody who is about to sort of change your world sort of view on love, and you may settle down with this person. There may be a high level commitment on the cards for you. Don't overthink it. Don't be thinking about the end game. You know, when we get into relationships, sometimes we start seeing the relationship from the point of view of what we want to achieve from the relationship long term. We want to settle down, we want to build a family, if those are the things that you want. This is an energy of just let's see how it goes. It's much more successful when you live in the moment, is what they're giving me. They actually want me to put this on the house energy, number 4. So this is about whatever plan you have or whatever it is you're trying to take action on, there will be security. I mean, an engagement ring is kind of like a form of, well, it's commitment, and it is like a step towards security. So I do feel like there is security here, okay, for you. I'm going to leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. It feels quite precise, so there may be only elements that really connect to you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I upload the next message. It also lets me know that you connected to the reading, which is very important for me. I'm just stumbling over my words just here for a minute because they're showing me someone flipping something in a pan. So like you must cooking in the flipping something in the pan. So if that's you as you listen to this message, there's something in this message for you. I mean, it could be anything, but I'm just getting a sense myself. I'm not seeing what's being flipped in the pan. I just want to give that out to you. The thing that I'm sensing is someone out there is, what's that cheese called? Halloumi, frying halloumi cheese. I need to explain that I scry. I see images in the water, okay? I do a meditation, I get myself into a channeling state where I scry with the water, but also I have access to my mind's eye and to my own vision. And my own vision is showing me halloumi. So if that is you, please put it in the comments box below. I'd love to connect there. But if it wasn't you, of course, it doesn't mean it's not your reading. It may mean that you're cooking something up. You're formulating something. And, you know, it's going to be quite a exciting outcome there. So please take it as it resonates. I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini. Love and light.